Hi guys, Morpheus here. The video I'm going to do for you today is all about the American Tier 8 Premium Heavy Tank, the T34. Now I know this tank's been in the game forever, but I just wanted to do a review for you guys. And it is a tank that's been in my garage for a very long time. I actually ground this out when it was still a Tier 9 Heavy, before it was replaced with the M103. Right, so I'll get straight onto the stats for you, and I am going to compare some stats with the Lao, which these two tanks are usually the two that everybody seems to want to have if you're going for a Tier 8 Heavy. So on the T34 you have 1,500 hit points compared to the Lao's 1,650, so 150 lower. The speed is exactly the same at 35 kilometers an hour. But the traverse speed is slower. It's a very slow 22 degrees a second, sorry, as compared to 24 degrees a second for the Lao. Traverse speed for the turret is 18 degrees a second, slow again as compared to the 23 degrees traverse speed on the Lao itself. Signal range is down slightly, 360 meters compared to the Lao's 400, but the signal range is higher at 745 meters. Now the gun. This is what the tank's really all about. There's a 120mm beauty. Now this also is the gun from the Lao, so I can do a direct comparison for you. On the 120mm for the T34, as I said before, only 4 rounds a minute compared to 5 rounds a minute with the Lao's gun. But the penetration is better, with armor piercing 248 compared to 234 with the 10.5 centimeter gun from the Lao. Damage, however, this is awesome. 400 with armor piercing, 400 with gold rounds, and 515 with HE, so it can dish out the punishment, as compared to 320 and 420 with the Lao's gun. So that's a quick run through of the stats for you guys. So what I'll do now is I'll take you straight into the battle I want to show you with this tank today, and I hope you enjoy. Right guys, here we are at Abbey, and it's a standard battle.
Time to roll out.
And I think this time I am going to stay back and defend the base. And here we go, the idiots are shooting each other again. One of the downsides to coming onto the test server, I'm afraid you get an awful lot of that. Nice typo there from me. It's most supposed to mean stop team killing, not shot team killing. Never mind. Hello. There's their T34 parked up behind that wreck, so he's only showing his turret, so he knows what he's doing. Because that. And swing over to the IS, we've got more chance of penetrating him. There we go.
Penetration.
Couple of good hits on the IS. don't think I'll be shooting here all day without penetrating that T34's front arm on his turret, so I've switched to gold ammo. And that bounces too. Right, now it's at this time that I notice that somebody's shooting me up the backside, this little fella here. So I get distracted and turn around to see if I can dispatch him. The trouble is, in doing so, I actually forget that I've switched to gold ammo, and that's going to turn out to be a bit of an expensive error. So at the end of the match, when you see money earned, please allow for the fact, one down, that is going to be affected by the fact that I'm using gold ammo here, and as you can see I still hadn't noticed. And we got quite a lot of activity here, so it's definitely time to defend the base.
The track is damaged.
Note to self, always check what ammo you're using. Still haven't noticed that I've got gold ammo loaded. Nice hit on that issue 122-44. Unfortunately I don't actually notice and end up using up all the gold ammunition, and so that does take a big chunk out of my earnings at the end of this match. Second kill. So we're back on normal ammunition now, and as you'll see in a minute, the gold ammo wasn't needed. It was just me getting distracted and not noticing. Now I'm assuming that there's something between me and him, because otherwise that should have hit. It's probably a wall or something that I'm shooting. Probably is. The trouble is with the foliage here, you can't really tell. But we can, however, get a shot on him. 637, very nice. I've noticed this T71 swinging up round by our cap, so I want to try and swing round here and see if I can sort him out, because he's just killed our 87. Let's try to dish some payback out. He hasn't noticed I'm there yet.
Looks like that one went right through.
But he sure knows I'm there now. Now this is where the slow reload time comes in. This little guy is so fast, he's off around the corner way before I can get another round loaded. So I've decided to see if I can get a shot up his rear as he disappears into the sunset. But he is way too fast and takes out one of our tanks on his way. So now I'm thinking I don't want to go too far down here and leave the cap unattended, because this is a slow tank, and if they were to cap I'd never get back. So around about now I start to go backwards. And the game's evenly poised at the moment, 11-11. And this time I hadn't quite noticed this guy coming up my rear. And luckily, that shot misses. So what I want to do is get turned around. Let's see if I can finish him off. And I do have support here, the KV-4's coming over. so gently. Now we go pop ahead round the corner. There he is.
They're knocked down.
Kill 3. And there's the other 2 tanks. And there goes the T34 at long last. And this is what I could have done with that gold ammo, because I'm just going to bounce off of this guy's turret. He's taken out the KV4. Good hit there. Well, he's got nothing to lose, so he's getting ready to come on down. And here comes a Tiger 2 to back me up. He's making good use of that wreckage, though I can't get a good shot on him. But the Tiger 2 does. Nice win. I enjoyed that round. Right. So what do? We damaged 8 in that round, we killed 3 and we spotted 1. That gave us 55,924 credits and 866 experience. That's non-premium and that's not a daily double. After repairs and resupply, that left us with 16,249 credits. Also, I forgot to mention, if you want to buy this tank, it will cost you 12,000 gold. One of the things I forgot to mention before we get into that battle, when talking about the stats on the gun, was to mention the accuracy and aiming times. So while you were away watching the battle, I give myself a quick slap to remind me to do it afterwards, and here it is. Right, the accuracy for the 120mm gun for the T34 is 0.35 at 100 meters, which is very good. And for the Lao, and we know that's an accurate gun, is 0.33 at 100 meters. But the aiming time, however, on the 120, as you would have noticed from the video, is fairly slow at 3.4 seconds, beg your pardon, compared to the 2.9 seconds on the Lao's gun, which is why I always like to fit one of these, an enhanced gun laying drive, to help speed that up a bit. Anyway guys, that's all for today's review. I'd like to keep it sweet and short, or short and sweet as they like to say. I hope you found it helpful, hopefully entertaining, and hopefully that you've enjoyed watching it. So you guys have fun out there in the wonderful world of tanks, and I will catch you on my next review.